ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmy Pynk, and I'm a 41-year-old gender nonconformist from Youngstown, Ohio. And I got a whole lot of issues with the judging in this episode.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Jimmy Pynk. Now, for those of y'all that are new to my channel, you guys do not know that I am right now dealing with Graves' disease. I was good for about 5 weeks. I'm in a total downfall, which means sometimes I don't feel well enough to stand up and put on makeup. So therefore, I gave y'all a lip, I gave y'all clothes, I didn't give y'all the full thing. This is the Camp Wannakiki outfit for this year. But I'm still got my campy Camp Wannakiki spirit, and I'm here to review this. Now, for those that y'all, yeah, I may have been drinking. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. We're going to get to the drag in a minute. But I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. For the people that are my Pink Ladies and T-Birds and actually watch my channel, I am doing well. We are in a repass. That's probably not the word I'm looking for. But right now, in order for me to have gotten through this, to not feel my symptoms a little bit, I did start drinking. But in the meantime, in between time, we are here to talk about Camp Wannakiki Season 2, Episode 1, Parts 1 and 2. And the first thing that I will tell y'all about this is, it didn't need to be a Part 2. That was for the fucking YouTube numbers. This could have been all one episode. We were here to watch a drag competition. It could have been all one episode. Y'all could have put multiple Hamburger Mary commercials in there, and it would have been fine. But let me go ahead and go back and get to the beginning of my notes, because I want to talk about all of our new contestants. So, our first contestant, and don't get me started on when you hear that horn, and they made that joke. I'm like, don't ever, they was playing in the background too. I said, don't ever never play that Camp Wannakiki song again. Holla at your girl. I'll give y'all the Camp Wannakiki song to do. Y'all can be featured on it. Don't ever do that song. When you hear that horn, I got scared because I thought that song was going to come back on. But the first queen we saw was Ivana. And I liked it. She was giving me cute, ditzy blonde from the 50s. I was here for it. It was really, really cute. The only thing I will say is you know you're going to go on a camping show. So if you're going to do that, and you know you're going to roll around, instead of me seeing your foundation garment, just get like a little pink trunk to go underneath it. Something like that. But other than that, I was here for it. I was feeling the aesthetic. Your ass should not have won this competition. You shouldn't have won this competition. We're going to get into that a little bit further down the line. We're going to introduce the girls right now. So, the next person I got was Miss Kitty Litter ATX, who said, that's Austin, Texas, but it could be awful, tragic, and X-rated. I'd like to see a little bit more of that awful, tragic, and X-rated side. Y'all watch the show, right? I gotta do it in order. Listen here. Robbed. But anyway, if I'm not mistaken, that's who was robbed. But I was like, y'all's considering putting Miss Kitty Litter in the bottom 3? Really? Okay. Moving on. Vivica Galactica. I was here for it. I love a wig matching the lip. I really do, even though I'm not wearing that. I love a wig that matches the lip. I love that. I love that you're just kind of giving me my Janelle Monáe, I'm not a human being type of thing. I was here for it. I like that she was like, the plus size girl is going to win some kind of crowd. Some kind of crown. And we got a lot of plus size girls. Moving on. Who the fuck is this? Paris LaRue. You know I'm here for a black queen. She might not be, but I think she is. I thought it was cute. She had mentioned dropping down to a split. I'm like, she's going to be a dancing queen. When I seen her and how she was like using her leg to get the ropes in the obstacle course, I was like, oh, this bitch is a dancer. Can't wait to see it. Claire apparently was very interesting to me. First of all, love the hair color. Second of all, don't love the makeup, but it's a character choice, and I'm down with that. I find Claire apparently very interesting because you are a trans female to male that does drag. And she said, I don't feel like that's represented a lot. Like, if trans men are represented in drag, they're usually drag kings. And I feel like that's a huge coup. It's somebody who identifies as gender nonconformative, even though I feel more female. I feel like I'm a woman. I just feel like I'm more than a woman. I feel like I'm a woman. I just feel like I'm more than a woman. It's more than that. And I felt that. And I felt like that was dope. Boris to death. First of all, name is Fire. A drag king. Just like Dragula. Funny how these other drag shows is welcoming all forms of drag, but not Drag Race. But that's neither here nor there. Bored to death. That makeup is a little harsh for daytime, but most people's makeup is a little harsh for daytime, and I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. That was just my note. It's a little harsh for daytime. She redeemed herself later, and we'll get into that when I get into the talent show. Tora Hyman. Love the plaid jumper. Love the personality. I feel it as a girl that loves a good high pony. And it's from the 90s when we did the ponytail coming through the hats. I feel like either you needed a bang or that hat needs to come down further. But other than that, I'm cool with it. Coco Gem Holiday. First of all, your middle name is Gem, like Gem in the hologram, so I'm here for it. Second of all, you're a black queen. I'm here for it. Third of all, you're a plus size queen. I'm here for it. You're wearing afros, and you wore an afro in the talent show and here, and I'm here for it. But what I loved about her, I love being the fat character. I love it. And the bitch was just eating chips. Here for it. Love it. Down. Debbie Fox, when she said, I've never heard of me either. Again, we'll get into the talent show. But just from the neck up, I was getting that pinup vibe. What I didn't like is that a lot of the girls were smart enough to wear a big skirt. And I understand you're going to be at camp. You're going to be doing running activities. A lot of the girls were smart enough to do a circle skirt or an A-line skirt or something to flare out, so they didn't really have to pad. You chose a jean short, and that body was giving me boy. That face was fucking fish. That hair was fish. When you said I like 50s and pinup, I was here for all that. I seen it. But that body was boy, and I understand we running around, we doing stuff, but that's something for those of y'all that are gonna audition for Camp Wannakiki season 3. That's something y'all want to think about. Y'all want to get into something that you're going to be in day drag, and you're going to have to wear that stuff. And if you don't want to wear pads, you need to think about that. Or you need to cover it up. I'm going to get to that person in a minute. Carly. Not even going to attempt the last name. Y'all know I'm rooting for Carly because she's from Cleveland. Y'all know I'm a Northeast Ohio girl. I'm going to represent for anybody that is from fucking Ohio all day long. This is somebody that I didn't see a lot of padding at the bottom, but you put on that jean jacket to cover up the fact that there was not a waist doing this. And I was here for it. I was here for the jean jacket. And her drag to me is reminiscent of the drag that I know, the drag that I grew up with, because she's from Cleveland. That's the drag I know. So We already there. She's giving me the pizzazz hair. We are the Misfits. Our songs are better, and I'm here for it. Barbara Wire. Love that she is representing for the Mexicans. Love that. I actually loved her hair and the big orange frilly skirt. The style of the blonde wig. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I wasn't getting from Debbie Fox. Like, I'm going to be out here, I'm going to be running around, but I'm going to still be cute. Head to toe. And I was here for it. Diana Fire, we have a bearded queen. And I was here for it. Because Diana's ass was painted for the gods with that beard. Painted for the gods with that beard. I was just here for it. And I got a big ass section to say, hey Ruthie. Because I was waiting for Ruthie. Because that intro, I'm like, okay, I know we get these corny, campy intros. But here's the thing. Shout outs to VJJ and shout outs to Muffy. Because we've had this conversation. Yes, there is corniness in camp. But the writing for the skits, you gotta get up. Y'all wanna know what I'm talking about? Look up the movie Psycho Beach Party. Look up the movie Psycho Beach Party. It's fucking queer. It's fucking camp. But it's written well. And there's a way to fucking do that. Like, yeah, we know there's a level between campy and corny and writing corny on purpose to be camp. Hi, John Waters. But this ain't it. That needs to get up to par. But anyway, so the challenge is the Squirrel Friends Challenge. It's the obstacle course. Let me see what we get. We got Barbed Wire, Paris, Diana, and Tora won. They were the most campy, and they also had the fastest time. I agree with that. Debbie's team just was in last place. I'm like, I think that factor in her being the bottom. We're going to talk about that shit right now. I thought the Wild World Sports little section, I thought that was really, really cute. But let's get into what we really need to talk about. Just like any drag competition, like, yeah, you want to hear the conversation, but the runway. We here for everything, but we're really here for the runway. So let's talk about the talent show. Talent show category is Woodland Creatures. Now, I do want to talk about Olasia and Say Kevi, who made a cameo as the costume shop owners. Olasia and that motherfucking Skittles Taste the Rainbow Melton costume. Wow. That was fucking fire. Olasia looks fucking fantastic. Say Kevi looked good too. You could tell like they got together and was like, let's do these rainbow looks. But I could tell them rainbow looks was based off of Olasia wanted to wear that Skittles costume. And I wish I would have seen that last season. But I know the situation. I know you were a fill-in for a camper that got cast in another show, which was Nina West, and you was a last-minute replacement, and it's all good. But let's get into this season's looks. So we got Diana, which as soon as she came out, Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. I just wish somewhere in her look there would have been an apple in her hair. Maybe I missed it. I tried to watch it twice. Maybe I missed it. I wish there would have just been like an apple in her hair to solidify that, instead of it just being a snake going around the tree, because I got Garden of Eden. And I like the look. I love the look. I love that it was pants. I love that it was pants. But you couldn't tell it was pants till she opened her leg. Loved that. I just wish there would have been an apple, because I understand like snakes go up trees. But from that look, the branches on the eyebrows, goddamn. I just got Garden of Eden, and I wish it would have been like a little apple fascinator like in there. But I still liked it. I got stars by the ones I really, really liked. And she was one of them. Paris. Girl, I'm rooting for you. But if that was a unicorn, then I'm dressed like Dolly goddamn Parton. That horn was fucking weak. The dress was weak. It looked like something that you could have bought from a costume shop. That's all I got to say about that. It was fucking weak, and I'm very surprised that she wet it in the fucking bottom. Ivana. What I wrote next to Ivana was, it was a gnome and it was basic, but it was fucking clean. I didn't see the beard falling off, and the first time around watching it, I didn't realize there was a beard there. It was clean. Now, I don't know what they do in the Camp Wannakiki if y'all ain't got steamers in the rooms like they do at Drag Race. Because that skirt, I could see where it was folded up real tight in your luggage. Because I seen the layers of it being folded. Maybe they don't have steamers. Maybe that's something that the Sugar Baker twins need to think about. Having steamers so people's costumes can be right. But outside of that, because satin, and especially, I ain't got no ashtray over here. I'm about to ash in my carpet. Satin wrinkles very fast. And anybody that's ordered something from Amazon, you got it in 2 days by how long it's been folded. It wrinkles very fast. And I could see where it was folded real tight. But it was clean. I can't argue with clean. I'm never going to argue with clean unless everybody is phenomenal on top of you. If everybody is phenomenal on top of you, I can argue with clean because it's basic. But in this group, I can't argue with clean. And I wasn't mad at it being a gnome. And it is, now they said woodland creatures. I guess a gnome is a creature. It was basic. Y'all get my point. W. Fox. Oh shit. All on the top. All on the top. Oh. All on the tutu, and I gotta wear this all goddamn season. W. Fox. I have to go through the rest of my list to see if she would have been bottom, but I thought this was basic. I said, bitch, you got on pajamas with some heels, and you did a fox face. What does the fox say? No, that's what the fox say. Hell no. And then especially because you were basing it on the Alexis Bevel thing. Now this is something I can say. I remember the animal category last year. And I don't remember who I thought should have won. But I know for a fact, I thought Alexis Bevels was a cop-out. She wasn't an animal. She was a gnome riding a fox. And she shouldn't have won. And you and Ivana decided to do that as your costume. Have all the teeth. Like I said, I have to go through the rest of my critique to really look. But I ain't necessarily mad you gone off of this costume. I'm not. That was pajamas. Moving on to Carly. That was Carly. No, Carly. Carly. Moving on to Carly. I don't know how I feel about Carly. Now, granted, I'm going to root from you. You from Cleveland. Cleveland, my sister motherfucking city. I can get to Cleveland probably from where I live at now, because I live on the outskirts. I can probably get to Cleveland in 35 minutes. Not going the speed limit and still be safe. But when pigs fly is a stretch of a woodland creature. Number one. Number two. When I think of pig, I do not think of fur. And even though I like the fur t-shirt dress, but you got to be small to pull that off, and you're not. And it wasn't long enough. And belting it is a help. But fun fur is thick. And take this as somebody who is a biological woman to tell you, faux fur is thick. It adds 30 pounds to you. And a belt helps, but you need to be cinched way tighter. You need to be cinched for the guards to pull that off. At your size, at your height, the dress needs to be longer. And even when I think of pigs flying, I wouldn't think the pig would be blue. Even though I did like the inverted wedge. I did like it. I like the shoe. I like the dress. I feel like that's something that if I was going to like a Christmas party that I would have rocked. But I wouldn't even motherfucking cinched it. I'd just let that shit fly, because I already know it's adding 30 pounds to me. You're not going to be able to see my waist in it. And when pigs fly, I can very much argue is less of a woodland creature than a gnome or a fox is. Because guess what? Is a fox a woodland creature? Yeah. Did I want more creativity from Camp Wannakiki? Absolutely. I want to move on to kitty litter because this really pissed me off. They wanted to put kitty litter in the bottom. Kitty litter was my top. Now, it could be just because of my Steel Valley Geekettes group that I'm going to. Shout out to my Steel Valley Geekettes because next week is a YouTube. Not even next week, Saturday is a YouTube thing. And maybe they'll watch this. But, shout out to my Steel Valley Geekettes. And maybe it's because the last event was an Alice in Wonderland party. Maybe it's just because I know my literature. She said it was Lewis Carroll's. She didn't even say the Disney one. As soon as she came out, I knew she was the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And a woodland creature, you goddamn right. I felt it. I liked it. I really would have rather it been makeup than like a mask. And another thing that I love about it, bitch, y'all know I'm a dollar store queen. I've used them sleeves she used before. She used like 3 of them. I only used 1. Them sleeves was motherfucking pink tutus. Them ears from the dollar store. Because my pink ladies and T-birds rock with me all the time. No, I've had them ears on before. And them sleeves. She used some shit from the dollar store and she used it well. Like I said, yeah, I wish that it would have been more makeup than a mask. But bitch, I'm here for it. And she was my top. I can't believe they want to put her in the bottom. Barbara. Now that was really pajamas. I'm a bunny. They got ran over in the road and then got cursed to be back. No. Just no. Just no. Barbara, I'm rooting for you, but baby, no. That was enough. Matter of fact, now I come to think of it. Now that I just said that, I had to go through the rest of my list. Debbie Fox ass shouldn't have been in the bottom. Barbara ass should have went home for that bullshit. It even had a zipper in it. Bitch, you bought a bunny onesie that they had out at Easter time. And put some guts that didn't even really look like guts on your costume. And ran a train track in the back. So you got ran over from the back, but all your guts is still full. And no, fuck that. She should went home. Let me just say that right. She should have went home. That was the worst costume. I ain't gotta look at the rest of my list. I know that was the worst costume. That was terrible. I'm in love with the Now, granted, was it just a green gown? That she said, I got this green gown, I'm gonna buy the rest of this stuff and buy this staff and put this ring of flowers and shit around? Absolutely. But guess what? If any of y'all have ever watched any drag competition, that's some shit you gotta do sometime when it costs money to get your costume together. I got this green lace dress. Boom. I'm gonna get these leaves and flowers and I'll make up this whole Captain Planet ass story. And I'm motherfucking Whoopi Goldberg, because I don't remember what the character's name was from Captain Planet. Boom. That's what I'm doing on Mother Earth. And she did it really well to me. Would I put it in the top because it was obviously a green lace gown that you already had? No. But it was done better than some other costumes I've seen. Now, moving on to Vivian. Speaking of, it was better than some costumes that I've seen. And I feel like you got this made for the show too. But you had this green circle print outfit trying to play it off like it's a lily pad, like you a frog. And then you flipped it and the reveal was cute. But it still had like this green in the front. Either that was a reveal you already had and they added this green panel, or you fucking failed. Because to me, that shit could have been in the bottom. That shit was sloppy as fuck. To me. The reveal was cute. The reveal was cute. That good old Violet Chachki reveal, because that's exactly what reveal it was. You copied that. And going from green to pink. I love. By the way, Pink versus Green mixtape with my brother Bobby Peso coming very soon. But it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. Moving on to Boris. I wasn't mad Boris was in the top. I was not mad that Boris was in the top. Because when Boris first came out, I said, wow, you look like Danny DeVito. And then the motherfucker referenced It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Bitch was aware she looked like motherfucking Danny DeVito. Bitch was aware she looked like Danny DeVito. Aware. And said, you gotta pay. Listen, if y'all ain't hip to It's Always Sunny, she must have did that costume. Whoever is in her life was like, you look like Danny DeVito. You gotta pay the toll troll to get into this boy's soul. If y'all don't fucking know about that shit, I said, oh, because when she came out, I was just like, I understand, like, she's a man now, but I get it. I'm still getting used to the pronouns myself. Hi, gender nonconformative. I prefer her, she, but it don't matter to me. Anyway, when Boris came out, and I was like, wow, that is Danny DeVito. And if y'all ain't hip to It's Always Sunny, and she said, you gotta pay the troll, you gotta pay the toll troll, I said, bitch, you just shot to my top 3 right now. And now looking at the list, I tell you who my top was. That White Rabbit won for me. But I ain't mad at Boris being in the top. Did that. And especially when she referenced that she looked like Danny DeVito by doing that, you gotta pay the toll troll. Yes! Boris, I would love to see a drag king take it all just to shut all the rest of it. Speaking of, at the same time, whenever it come out this month, same thing for Landon Cider. I would love to see a drag king shut this shit down. Just to shut RuPaul's Drag Race up. I would love to see it. So Boris, I'm rooting for you, and you gave me all the reason to do so today. So great job. Claire, like, I want to root for Claire too, because here's the thing. Y'all know how I feel about RuPaul's Drag Race. Most of y'all is here watching this because y'all watch my RuPaul's Drag Race reviews. Hell, that's the reason why I got a channel. That's the reason why I got Patreon. That's why y'all donate me money, everything. By the way, I need fucking money. But anyway, I wanted to root for Claire because the story of being a trans man but still doing female drag, I feel like is an important one. Just to let everybody know love is love is love is love, and drag is an art form. I can tell y'all till I'm blue in the face I do drag. I can tell y'all till I'm blue in the face that I did drag since 1995. It don't matter. I'm female presenting dressed like a woman. But to have a trans man still do female drag is such an important storyline to say drag is an art form and drag is drag. Love is love and drag is drag. But the shit you presented today, sis, I can't fuck with you. I understand I'm calling him sis in the drag form. Yes, I'm calling Boris female too because she's a woman. But when I talk about drag, and I'm going to get better with that, is Boris and Landon come out and calling them he. I'm calling Claire she drag form. I know that's confusing, but I'm clarifying so that you don't have to be confused. And Boris, I'm going to get better with that. If you haven't watched this review, Boris, I'm going to get better at that. But she, Claire is a she. Claire, that was a cheat code if I ain't never fucking seen one. Let me wear my foundation garments, a robe, because you probably do a fucking number with a crystal ball. Let me guess, Stevie Nicks Gypsy. Just a guess. And you added some fur around the edge of that hood and some ears, and you painted your face, and that was it. That's a fail. Love what you stand for, but that look was a fucking fail. It was a cheat, and I wouldn't have minded if your ass would have been in the bottom either. Now I want to talk about Tora, who, by the way, won. And I completely disagree. Was the costume well executed? Yes. I did not see camp. I saw especially even when she was doing her story, I see like that's bullshitaki and all that. That was cute. I wanted at least a Mario reference. And it was good. It was well done. Like up underneath that, I know what the material is. I didn't write it down. The material is underneath that you made that. That's some cosplay shit. That was dope. But to me, if that mushroom would have been red at the top, that would have been some A+ level 1 cosplay for a Comic-Con as Toad. Or Toadette, as the case may be, if it would have been Pynk. That wasn't campy to me. That was a RuPaul's Drag Race challenge to me. That was, if they had still been on logo, do a RuPaul's Drag Race challenge. Category is drugs. And you'd have thought you was clever and dressed up like a mushroom. That was not campy drag. That was pure drag. That was a costume. I can see somebody, and I know some cold ass cosplayers that would have made the back of that pink and white, and that would have been Toadette. And it would have fucking ranked top 3 at that fucking Comic-Con. I just don't see how that was the winner. I don't see how that was winner. I don't see how the White Rabbit almost made bottom 3. I agree with the bottom 3. Don't agree with the top 3. I don't feel like even Diana. The moss on the fingernails. And I get that. And it is attention to the detail that maybe I'm not paying attention to. Also, before I even get any finished, if y'all gonna do this as a show, get some goddamn mics on the stage. Get some mics on the stage. Have Ruthie walk up there with the mic if y'all can't just have one wired. Because that shit sounded like trash. And I know I'm talking. And my shit sound like trash sometimes. But I'm in camera with my air conditioner running because I have a condition that makes me extremely hot and sweaty. And honestly, if I wouldn't have been on sick leave and fell into a financial ruin, my next thing that I was going to buy is a mic, and my Patreon people will know that. The Sugar Baker Twins, y'all costumes was trash. That excuse. Oh, we're elves? No, y'all trash too. Sorry about it. Y'all run the show. And I understand y'all want to be about y'all girls. The little Girl Scout outfits was cool. Take a note from Dragula. Your costume do not have to be what the theme is. RuPaul ain't been doing it for years. The Boulay brothers don't do that shit. Wear some shit y'all already got that's cleaner. And get a goddamn mic on that stage, even if it is a mic that is running off the frequency that's down here where they can hear y'all judging. But get a mic connected to that shit, and when people is on stage and they gotta speak, give them the mic. Y'all only on season 2. We know y'all ain't got the budget like the rest of these shows. It's okay. But clean that shit up. At least get a wireless mic. Hell, get a wired one if it's long enough. And let them speak when they win. When they get to the top 2, 3, bottom 2, 3. And you want them to speak. And when y'all speak to introduce the category. That shit, listen. That shit was wildly. And that's one thing I'm going to tell y'all. Because I know this for myself. When somebody is just editing on the computer, it might sound good for computer audio. You got to test it on computer audio, phone audio, TV audio. I was on that shit till I didn't get well enough to be able to do all of that before I had to drop my videos. Y'all need to do that shit. Y'all need to do it. And again, before I leave, shout out to VJJ, Snapping Turtle, and Muffy Fish Basket, because I met real friends being the OG, and let me say that too, the OG reviewer of this show, the only person that was reviewing this show. Shout outs to Danger Von Danger, because she tried. She started, and I'm sure she got into her competitions, because for real, Dragula, look out for Danger Von Danger, because her ass is coming. Because I seen her doing these teen drag pageants. Mama is a motherfucking beast, and Danger Von Danger is coming for your ass. But Danger Von Danger was the only person, and she started with episodes 1 and 2 reviewing this shit. I'm the OG reviewer of this shit. And I spoke to everybody on the cast except for Alasia. I spoke to Alexis Bevels. Shout out to Alexis Bevels. That's how I knew where Nina West came from. And but my people that I talk to frequently, VJJ, Muffy, and Real Talk, VJJ husband Philip. What's up? Philip hit me up while I was watching the episode. Like, did you watch this shit? You know I did, Philip. And Philip is from my area. So again, Ohio represent. Y'all know what it is. Obviously, I'm back on sick leave. Y'all know what the struggle is. Y'all know what it is. I'm going to keep giving y'all this content. Even though y'all have to excuse me, because until the meds are regulated for me to give y'all this comment even a little bit, I'm going to have to drink so I can't feel the goddamn symptoms, which is what I'm doing right now. And bitch, I had to go down the stairs to get cigarettes. And it took me 5 minutes to get down the steps and 7 to get back up. I tapped myself. So, thank each and every one of y'all for rocking with me. Camp Wannakiki Season 2. Let's do it. If anybody know what the actual date is for Dragula, let's do that shit. A bitch motherfucking switch styles on your ass. Donate to that Patreon, PayPal, all that. Cash App at Jimmy Pynk. Jimmy with the I, Pink with a Y. J. Don't say that. Don't read that. JIMMIPYNK. Holler at your girl. Support this channel. Support me right now, because supporting this channel is supporting my whole livelihood. Y'all let me eat. Keep it greasy. This is.
Hey yo, I dog these niggas like girl's best friend, right? Ren 1010, right? Haunted by my past, same shit, different mask like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? But I spotted you out like Spud McKenzie. Figured out the game like the Bloodhound gang. I thought you was my friend, you broke my heart again. Well, the game done switched. If you a dog, I'm a bitch. What?